Gather around, school brothers and sisters. This is the drive. Hop on in and let's talk about some Minnesota Vikings. 6-4. Just beat the Saints. Football. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Sodak kids in the house? Let's go. Raymond Hoagland's in the house. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know, Matt, about you guys, but I was pretty excited about that victory. I don't care if we only played one half on offense and the defense struggled a little bit in that third quarter or part of the game there at the second half. I don't care. We beat the Saints. No, let's go beat Sean Payton's ass. That's all I care about. Beat the Saints who we hate, and then go and beat Sean Payton, the bane of my existence. Can't stand that dude. Let's go, man. Let's go. I don't know, man. I got a lot of shout outs or this last game. Mainly the guy to my right, TJ Hawkinson. Dude, what has this guy done, man? What is this guy? Did he make a deal with somebody? This guy is a different cat the last few games. I think a lot to be said about him missing a lot of the preseason, just was rusty kind of thing. I mean, this dude was leading the league in drops. Him and Alexander Madison were like tied or something like that. Now he's just a stud. He's and it's great because Josh Dobbs needs someone he can rely on. I mean, he's leading us in what targets and receptions. Let me look here. What is he? He had 15 targets in that game. That is more than Jordan Addison, Powell, Jalen Naylor, and Alexander Madison combined. That's crazy. He had more targets than the next four receivers combined. That's insane. So he was getting open though. It wasn't forced. It would seem pretty natural. What a deal. Once Justin Jefferson comes back and he has even more weapons, freaking TJ Hawkinson will still continue to eat. This guy's going to have over 1,000 yards, most likely. He's even doing better with than Kirk, mainly because he's definitely the safest outlet for in the right now probably the best receiver that we have. Equivalent to Jordan Addison, but bigger target. So it just naturally makes more sense that Josh Dobbs is gravitating to him, and he's getting open. So. But he's catching the ball now. I've only seen one play in the last 3 games that he probably should have caught it, but he's catching everything, almost everything thrown to him. He had 11 receptions, 134 yards. He's getting over 12.2 average, got a TD. Jordan Addison, big plays, 4 for 69, average 17.3. Jalen Naylor finally got a catch. Now he played in only 93% of the snaps, but only had 1 catch. But it was a good one, and he was shifty and got some extra yardage, so I was pretty happy with that. Alexander Madison struggled a little bit again. Now he's probably out with the concussion, which brings me to Ty Chandler. Now 15 for 45 for 3 yards average. Madison was better than that, but he was the guy at the end carrying the ball and getting stuffed, so that kind of hurt his average. But he broke that touchdown. And it almost looked like, that guy bull rushed Brian O'Neill and he just fell over. But he had his arm around him. But the guy was to the right of him. So I don't know if he could see that. He just thought Brian latched on him and took him down. But Brian in post-game speech says, "I owe you one," to Ty Chandler. But it really looks, he got a game ball. Ty Chandler got a game ball. He's finally getting noticed. Big shout out to How About No, mailing that prize off to you. Oh, I'm so lazy. Warlord of Art, what's up, man? Minnesota Charlie, yes, Bounty Gate, definitely keep pounding that guy. I just want to. He's so punchable. Oh my God, he's so punchable. Sean Payton, you deserve it all, man. You deserve they're playing tonight. I hope they lose. We get to play them on a short week. We haven't won in Denver since forever. I think it was, someone said 98. That's crazy that we haven't won in Denver. Did we play them in Denver in 98? I don't remember. Whatever year it was, it's been a long time and we haven't won in Denver. What's up, Barber? Yeah, Naylor finally got in the game. Read 93% of the snaps. He only had one catch. I expect more from him. It looks like Dobbs likes throwing to the tight end a lot. His two guys are TJ Hawkinson and Jordan Addison. But hey, shout out to Brandon Powell. Continues to make clutch catches. You did see that Dobbs kind of threw some balls a little low, especially in the second half. Um, and he didn't lead a couple of players. There were tight windows anyways, but honestly, for how new to the offense he was, in the how conservative O'Connell gets in the second half if we got a lead, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Yeah, Naylor got a lot of snaps, but only one target. Yeah, he threw it open the guy, but I mean, you got Dobbs scrambling. You gotta need guys to go out there and do the scramble drill, get open, things like that. Couple other um couple other things. I think holes were there for us to run in. We just need to try Ty Chandler out there more often to start the game. It was crazy. So TJ or Alexander Madison goes down. And who gets the next carry but Kenny Nwangu? Nothing against Kenny, but Ty Chandler should have been the next guy on the field to take the next carry. He was just out of the game, or he was just out of the offense. He comes back in. He needs to come back right back in for Alexander Madison. I don't get it. It's like something against. No, he got 15 carries. That's the most he's gotten all year, but he was averaging 5.5 per carry, and he broke off a tee. I mean, I called it that he'd break off one today, yesterday, and he did, but again, it was called back. But I like the direct snap play where he got in the end zone. I don't really like direct snap plays, but I like that way we blocked it. I like that he was very decisive. He seemed very decisive. Alexander Madison seems like he dances a lot, and doesn't know where to go. And that's if the play is bogged up. He dances a little bit. He's not going anywhere. Ty Chandler is faster to the ball, faster to the hole, and can break one. And that's the way I feel about Ty Chandler. I think the rest of you will agree once he starts carrying the ball more. How about no? I think it's only going to get better as the QB and receivers get more familiar. When things break down, knowing each other's tendencies and being able to improvise is going to be big. And that's why I think about the cheetah in Miami especially when he was in Kansas City, when Kansas City's quarterback would scramble around, it's always seemed like he was there. Tyreek Hill. He would find an open spot. And that's what these quarterbacks are going to have to, or these receivers are going to have to do now that we have Josh Dobbs. And we did see some of that. Some people got open during his scrambles. There were other times where they didn't, and he had to run with it. So I don't think Josh Dobbs is a run first quarterback at all. I think he's the appropriate type of mobile quarterback. He's got a good enough arm in above average, I would say. And I don't think it's as strong or accurate as Kirk Cousins, but close. I think it's super close. And maybe if I see more, I'll say it's the same. I don't know, but I don't think it's a long delivery. I think it's quite quick. I do know that her offensive line deserves a lot of credit that they're blocking as long as they are and giving him so much time. This guy's got so much time to throw the ball. And when nothing's there, he has the room to maneuver to get out of it and everything. The pocket is not collapsing on this dude. And shout out to the offensive line. Keep our quarterback clean no matter who it is. And we're going to do some damage. I think it just makes him that more dangerous, Josh Dobbs. What up, Skolden? Thanks for joining. All right. C66 got down the field and pushed the pile inside 5 when Hawkinson caught the pass. And I love that guy. You know what? I love that guy too. If you go look at my Dalton Reisner videos, you'll hear me talk about how this guy, if there's a long run, he runs down the field looking for someone to hit, and he's the first guy to pick somebody up. You pick up the running back, get him off the ground. That's Dalton Reisner. And I said that in my video, and I didn't come out on my own. I didn't listen to somebody else. I went and watched his videos, and when they come, people says he wasn't a good run blocker. I was like, this dude goes in the second level. He's looking for somebody to block all the time, and he runs down the field after the running back and continues the play. This is Dalton Reisner. That's why I was begging for him to get signed, and that's why I was begging for him to get started. And KOC did it. And he may have been forced to since we traded Cleveland. I think he would have put Cleveland back in there if he didn't get traded. So shout out to Kwesi for forcing his coach to start Dalton Reisner. He's a difference maker, I think. Pass and run. He's just a leader. He's an inspiration. Guys doing karate kicks. I thought it was Daniel LaRussa out there. People were probably going, "What the hell is this guy doing?" Barber Dodd. Yeah. So I think Dobbs protects the ball better when he runs now. Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't holding it out there as much. So yeah, I think he learned from that. And that's what he is. He's a smart guy and coachable. Obviously, man. I agree. I'm excited about this. I hope he shows the ability in a clean pocket. He shows the ability in a dirty pocket. I hope he shows that he's our guy. I would love for so much not to have to draft a quarterback next year and one guy be the guy, right? Kirk is recovering from Achilles. Up until Dobbs played good, I thought Kirk was back for sure. Now, not so much. So it really will depend on who gives this guy money, because people will look, if he plays good, like Casey Keenum played good, people are going to give him money. Now, 20 million back there for a journeyman quarterback was a lot of money. Now, when players are in 25, 30 was a huge contract, right? Kirk got 28 and free agent. And that was the first time in a while a big name quarterback was a free agent. So now we're talking about $50 million for big time free agent quarterbacks. What would a journeyman quarterback get now when the higher price quarterbacks are getting 35, when Casey got 20, and now they're getting 50? What is the journeyman quarterback going to get now? So there's a lot to think about, a lot to decide. He may get an offer he can't refuse. He'd be smart if the Vikings offered him money, because this would probably be the best situation for him. But we'll see. It is a long ways away, but still, all conversations are welcome on the drive. Let's go. Defensively, man, Josh Metellus was a machine in the blitz, man. He was used perfectly in the blitz. Jordan Hicks got hurt. Apparently he's not going to play next week. It looks like Asamoah and Pace will get a lot of playing time. Harrison Smith played well. Everybody played well. I can't name a player that played bad. Bullard got a sack, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. DJ Wanham got a sack, and then he got Derek Carr the next play when he was scrambling, saved us and made him punt the ball. So that was awesome. Booth and Blackman got over 30 snaps in that game. Evans played better. Murphy had another good game, got a pick. Man, QB hits. Daniil Hunter got 3 QB hits, a sack, and a tackle for a loss. The dude should be in the defensive player of the year on talk. I don't know. It's bullshit that he isn't. Oh, is that what that meant? We signed Anthony Barr. That's awesome. I was like, last year, I was like, God, I want to see Anthony Barr in a 3-4. And now that we got one, that's something. Are you kidding me? Anthony Barr? That's great. I've been on Twitter all day and I didn't see that. Barr is back. That's incredible. Anthony Barr. What the hell, man? Let me look at what has he done? Signed linebacker Anthony Barr to practice squad. It makes sense. He's probably happy to be back. Let me see. What's he been doing? When you lose Hicks, you got to do something, man. Where we go? Okay, I'm looking at Anthony Barr, Pro Football Folk. Yeah, he's only 30, or he's 31 this. Yeah, 31 this year. Wasn't on a team. He had played 14 games, started 10 last year, 1 sack. Yeah, 58 tackles, 35 solo, 2 tackles for loss. I mean, he wasn't awful. So hey, I didn't even realize he was a free agent. I didn't think he. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking about Anthony Barr. I wasn't following him. If you don't know me already, I literally forget about you. Uh, Unless you're like headlines, Thielen being in Carolina, I get it. And when Anthony Barr left, became a Cowboy, I got it. But now it's a year later. I had no idea where he was. I had no idea. What's up, Dave? Yeah, I heard he had a procedure on it, and it was like a compound, whatever bruise. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I assume he would. However, he's on the practice squad. It says is if he gets called up, that'd be pretty good news too. It's one of those things. Is I doubt he plays week 1. We've already proven if a guy comes in, we don't play him week 1. We didn't do that with we didn't do that with a running back. We didn't do that with Dalton Reisner. We're not going to do that with Barr. I assume he won't play the first week on the defense. I assume he'll be on the practice squad, and then we'll call him up next week if he proves himself, right? So, which I think he would. I don't think he's done. At this age, at 30, he was definitely capable and showed really good signs. But he was playing out of position. We passed up on Aaron Donald and got Anthony Barr and put him in a 4-3 defense. This guy's a 3-4. So maybe we'll get to see him eat, which is crazy. We get rid of Kendricks and we bring back Barr. That's amazing. Yeah, we didn't intend to do it with Dobbs either. I think if we probably would not be seeing Dobbs right now if Jaron Hall was healthy or didn't get hurt. If he didn't get hurt, we might not be seeing Dobbs right now. And who knows what Jaron Hall would look like. Maybe we'd have Hall fever right now. I mean, this offensive line is giving people time to throw the ball, man. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we weren't expecting to play Hall. That was a good one, Dave. But hey, anything to improve the team. If anything, Kawasi is cooking. He's keeping this team. We talked about how we didn't think there was any depth on this team, and we found out that's all we got. I posted up a GIF about the Vikings last year, and it was Thielen, Justin Jefferson, and Cousins, and then Patrick Peterson comes in and nabs a leg from the turducken. And I'm like, these 4 guys did not play the last game a year later. That's crazy. Next man up. That's what the Vikings seems to be. And we've been hitting. We've been hitting. Quisenberry played good while Darisaw was out. Reisner's playing good. Just everybody's stepping up, man. Everybody. I'm loving this team, man. I'm loving this team. This is I just can't. Oh, hey, what's up, Gary? What's going on? I don't believe he was. Gosh, I would have to go back and look, but I don't believe he was, man. It might be one of those things where there's been times where they didn't play him, but I do not think he was. But it would make sense if he was that we would definitely need another linebacker on there. Jermaine Dye played a lot, I thought, in that game. Did I say Jermaine Dye? Dye. I'm going to say Troy Dye. I said Jermaine Dye. I'm thinking baseball. I'm a big baseball guy back in the day. But Troy Dye played a lot in that game. He even got 4 tackles. I think that's probably his career high. But DJ Wanham, man, stepped up. Great contract year. I couldn't say anything better about him, man. I hope that's the real deal. He probably earns him his paycheck. Who knows? Maybe he priced himself out of being a Viking again. I don't think he's going to command a high dollar, but I wouldn't think 8 million's out of the question. That might be too high for us. Yeah, Gary, how you feeling, man? You're healing up. That's good. Yeah, he looked okay. Sorry, Troy Dye looked okay. I had really high hopes for him coming out of college. I thought I expected out of him what we got out of Kendricks, and we didn't get it out of Dye. But they talk about him being a really good special teamer. We played 20 players on defense this last game. That's amazing. That's the one thing I like about uh, Brian Flores is that he keeps the players fresh and he giving them experience. I love it, man. I brought up the question today, and let's talk about it. That if Dobbs continues to play this way, and he shows even more. Let's say even shows even more, and we win a playoff game or two, even or shit, who knows the Super Bowl, but play a game or two, and he looks good this whole time. We win the division, let's say. Holy shit! And Dobbs looking like the guy. What do we do, man? I know this chat and me and everybody wanted us to go after a quarterback this year. It's a deep draft. Do we let's say, and then we don't re-sign Cousins, so Dye's our guy. So we have to choose between choose we choose Dye. Let's or not Dye. Dobbs. We choose Dobbs. Let's say we choose Dobbs and say, okay, we're gonna go with this route. Are we going with him for long term? Are we looking for him to be a bridge quarterback? We sign him for 2 years, and then we draft a quarterback high. What are your thoughts there? If Josh, what are you guys projecting? What do you expect? I'm talking about wins, maybe wins the division or makes the wild card and wins a couple playoff games, whatever. What do you guys think we do? I want to hear it. Hey, dude, a lot of concussions. That's me. Thanks, Golden. I don't see anybody talking. Keep Dobbs with Hall. Yeah, keep Dobbs with Hall as a backup draft defense. So you're thinking, yeah, if he plays this way, he's the dude, right? 2-3 year contract. What do you think? We might have a bid. We might have a bidding war. So, will 2 years cut it? Maybe for a journeyman. People might be questioning. He was on other teams and got cut and traded. I think this is an option for sure. So keep Dobbs, Hall, backup, draft defense. This would mean that he's our dude though going forward, and we're gonna take those trade chips and put it elsewhere, which could be smart. And it would be my hope that Dobbs becomes that guy and continues to be that guy for years, and then we can. And he's younger. He'll be 29 in January, so he's not a spring chicken, but yeah, I would say he'd be able to scramble like this for 2 or 3 more years for sure. So I would say, yeah. Then we can put all those assets towards improving the rest of the team rather than having to draft a quarterback. If you re-sign Kirk, he's 36. You definitely got to go after quarterback, right? Unless you thought Jaron Hall was the next guy. But what do you guys think? Bridge quarterback. I want to see KOC get his guy. Why does this guy not have to be a veteran? That's a good question. His guy could be a veteran. This may be his guy. They liked him. They passed up on not trading for Winston. They passed up on a couple other dudes. This was their guy to come in this fast. And he's talking about him pretty good. So this may be his guy. This may be the type of guy he gets. He may not see this guy in the draft. Of course, the evaluation process will have to come in. And then we're at the draft. He would have already assigned him. And then he could reevaluate where we're at that position, take the best player available. If that's a quarterback, it's a quarterback. Or maybe some guy falls the second round. That could be a possibility too. But I do feel like going with if Dobbs plays like this and then Jaron Hall, I don't mind that quarterback room at all. At all. Don't mind it at all. He didn't look horrible. Too small sample though. Of course it's too small a sample. Yeah, I agree, man. He did look good though. He didn't look I don't think he didn't look horrible. I think he looked good. So I feel pretty good about his future. When we drafted him, I was pretty happy about it. He was like my 7th best quarterback. He got drafted 11th or 12th or something like that of quarterbacks in the 5th round. I thought my evaluation of him was that he'd be a really strong backup in this league at worst. I thought he'd play years and he'd be a good backup for years. If he got an opportunity to start, we'll see. But I thought his floor was long-term backup. We definitely draft QB of a good one there. Yeah, I mean it's pretty deep though, so some of these guys might fall, right? Might fall. We'll see. I say QB have Dobbs for a couple years. And that's what I worry about. A guy that runs a lot is what is his shelf life? And he's already 20. He'll be 29 in January. So that would make sense too, Skolden. Is Hicks injured to get that injured? Yes. I mean, I would say so. If there was a procedure done, I would say he'd be out for a couple of weeks at least. Hopefully he doesn't go to the IR. I don't want to miss him for 4 games. He's been playing great. But yeah, I think that's why Barr definitely. And why not? Put him on a practice squad. Have some depth. I would say he's better than Dye, right? I would think he would be. And finally, he's a very flexible player, and that is going to be awesome in Brian Flores' defense. So I agree. Yeah, that's what it was. Shan with compartment syndrome. Yeah. Sounds painful. I don't know. Sounds painful. He came out and played. What a trooper. I mean, what a bunch of warriors on this team, guys. What a bunch of warriors. I do worry about teams having a running game and not having Hicks, though. He does tend to bring the hammer, and he's been playing at a Pro Bowl, I think, type level. Now, what do you guys expect from my biggest problem right now with the team is our running game. And KOC's inability to get the running backs yardage. And I have it a lot to do with not playing that one guy that's capable of it. And I believe that's Ty Chandler. What do you guys think about Ty? Do you think he's our running back of the future? Tell me in the chat, guys. I want to know. What do you guys think about Ty Chandler? Yeah, I'm impressed. And I've loved him. I said him and Naylor were the 2 best value picks in the 2022 draft. I thought they were the best value picks because I thought Naylor would have went higher if he stayed healthy in his season. I compared his situation. I didn't say he was like Diggs, but I compared his situation to Diggs. That Diggs was hurt all through college, and he was drafted in the 5th round. Now Naylor was drafted in the 6th, and he was on pace to have a 1,000-yard season. But I also thought Ty Chandler, who played in a running back by committee situation in Tennessee, and he probably played with Dobbs, if I'm not mistaken. No, he didn't. Never mind. He's been in the league 4 years. Hold it. It might have been. Yeah, he might have been across paths. That's pretty cool. I got to go back and look. But Ty Chandler played for Tennessee got like 600 yards a season, but then he finally goes and plays in Carolina, and he's the bomb. I loved the way he ran. I loved everything about him. So, and then the fact that he's so damn fast, but the way he hits it, way he the burst, he's not no, the quarterback's not waiting for him to come to him. He's there. He looks like he has that stutter step to make people that scares people, like because of his burst. Yeah, tell me what you think about Ty Chandler. I think he's a real deal. I think he's our starter next year. Timing is a lot of this. Getting talent at the right time when your roster's young. It might take a while to get rookie QB up to speed. Dobbs seems like he good to go now. I agree. I don't mind that situation of having him. I think that might be the perfect situation is having Dobbs and having that backup. But God, if we get a difference maker that could play right away, that could change the game for us, tough to pass up. Yeah, Dylan. We signed Barr apparently. He's on our practice squad. Probably won't play. We don't do that in Vikings. Players don't play right away except for Dobbs. It takes a rocket scientist to play right away on our team. No, Dobbs probably played out of necessity because otherwise we'd had to put Sean Mannion in there 2 weeks ago. How about Sean Mannion wearing number 19? That was sacrilegious. Um, Ty should be RB1 easily. How about no? I agree 100%. I agree with this dude right here. This guy right here. I agree with him. Amazing. I think he's our dude. He's 25. So start playing the dude, man. Play him. He's 25 years old. He's not a spring chicken. We need this guy. Now he didn't have a lot of tread on him in college because he was in a multi-back team. So he's got a life in him. Let's go. Don't put baby in the corner, man. Don't put baby in the corner. You got to learn from this mistakes that we've done all the years. We didn't dress Diggs. We didn't start Justin Jefferson. We didn't play Thielen for 4 years. We didn't even start Danielle Hunter the first year. We barely played him, I thought. Well, may have played him quite a bit, but he didn't start. There's all these guys. The only guy that probably played immediately was Randy Moss. And did he start in a two receiver set? I can't remember. That was so long ago. But who else? Adrian Peterson wasn't starting. He wasn't the lead back the first couple of games of the season. So, yeah, we don't do that crap here. But we need to start. So play him. If he balls out, I'm one Hondo this weekend, 32nd ranked D. Let's go. Let's kill these guys. And he's good in the pass game. This guy could get 100 yards easy on Sunday. Yeah, running backs. You need to draft them, man. You need to draft them. But hey, we have we have a guy, the guy from UAB, McBride. He could still be a good deal, but we still have Madison next year. We'll have Ty Chandler. We'll have McBride. We'll have Kenny Nwango. So we may not need a running back, but it doesn't hurt to draft one. It doesn't, especially a late flyer. Yeah, Gary, we signed. Yeah, that's right. We signed your jersey, Anthony Barr jersey at Skullfest. Oh no, we haven't seen enough of him. But hey, he's really young though. He was 20 or 21. So give this guy another off season. Obviously nobody picked him. Seen Booth Blackman, although Booth and Blackman are starting to get some. He's my cornerback one, man. I think we got our cornerback one for the future right there. Living color. I love that guy. I said at the beginning of the year, I thought my hot take was he's going to start. Well, he hasn't, but I am right. The fact that he's starting capable, he is our best cornerback. They won't have a chance but to start Chandler because Madison's concussion, obviously. But hey, he might give half the carries to Kenny Nwango. He needs this. This shouldn't be Hey, let's see what Kenny Nwangu can do. This should be, let's see what Ty Handler can do. Yeah, 100 yards, man, all around. JD Brown 24. Yes. Oh, that's all I got to say about that, man. I do like Jaquelin Roy. He is balling out when he gets to play. So, but yeah, we need depth of that D line. We don't have a difference maker there. Yeah, he's 21, McBride. Uh, oh, yeah, sorry. How about no? About not playing guys. Yeah. But there's been, yeah, because of depth, the veterans and stuff, Blackman, Booth, Lewis C's not playing. He's just not trusted right now. I expect Cine to be a good player in the NFL. I do. I liked him in preseason. He's fast. If he's on the defense, he's the fastest guy out in the field in most cases. Yeah, too evil to hope. The Broncos could be our trap game. Hope not. They're coming off a short week though, so that's a good advantage. They have a bad defense, other advantage. So, and we hate Sean Payton, big time advantage. Let's go get him. We haven't won in Denver in a long time, apparently. So, there you have it. Kofi's in the house. Can you all imagine if B-Flow comes back next year and we get some defensive help? That would be amazing. I hope to God we are mentoring some young defensive guy that would take B-Flow's reins if he doesn't come back. Someone says, "Kay, can we play this guy head coach money?" Yes, let's do it. Let's pay him more than KOC to keep him as our D coordinator. I don't care. That's what we should do. Um, I agree. And Barber, we're beating Denver, right? Now, beginning of the season, I said that Denver would be our trap game. It would be the game that we'd lose that we would expected to win. But I already lost a couple games that I expected to win. So I am making it up for it by saying we're going to win against Denver. Now look over to my left. We have 5 wins without Justin Jefferson. I put this in 6-game spurts. So San Fran W, Green Bay W, Falcons W, Saints W. All those curly letters, man. I love it. And now we got Denver, and then we got the Bears. WW. Let's go. We had the longest streak in the NFL. Love it, man. Love it. Oh yeah, the Bronx Sets. Is that the name of their dance team? All right. I liked Ray when they drafted him. Glad to see getting more playing time. Roy. Sorry, I thought that said Ray. I was like, who's Ray? Yeah, Roy. I was happy about him. He's better than I thought. Honest to God, I think he is better than I expected. I thought he would take time to develop. He's not. He's actually looking a lot better than I expected. Sooner than I expected. Um, I'll be Yamas before next year. What's the difference? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying there. $1 less than KOC. That's a good idea. Two-Tone Tony. Shout out to you, man. $1 less than KOC. Keep him as a assistant head coach. Roy's had a couple splash plays. I like to see him get more snaps and nothing else to help with the rotation, keeping guys fresh in the fourth quarter. 100, man. 100. Him and Tonga had about the same amount of snaps, only about 7 or 8 apiece. We keep guys fresh on this team, and that's something we did not do last year, but it didn't matter. Ed Donishill's defense was horrible. Yeah. Yeah, that's the buy, right? Yeah, that's the buy. So, dude, man, I thought we'd lose the buy the way we were playing. Like we would get a loss on the buy. That's how bad we were. The way we were fumbling the ball. Now, you may be aware, if you saw the other shows that I've been on, how people 5 weeks ago were literally laughing at me that I was talking about playoffs. I was getting laughed at about talking about playoffs because I said we talk about the path of the playoffs on this show. People said, "What? What proof do you have that we are a good football team? Right here. Right here. This is what this is my proof now. We're a good football team, guys, and we're going 2 players deep at a lot of positions. We're showing that we can weather the storm, win the marathon. We're a deep football team, and we all questioned Quasey. I was questioning Quasey about the offensive line and D line. He held to his guns, and these coaches molded them into a good team. Awesome. What a coaching job this year. We overcame. I mean, we were one of the worst defenses in the league the first 3 weeks. No kidding. We were 0-3, but we had statistically, metrically, advanced sciencey, one of the worst defenses in the league. But since then, we've been one of the best defenses in the leagues. And one of the other big differences is that we stopped turning over the ball. We were at a -11 after those 3 games, if I'm not mistaken, or 4 games. I forget what it was, but we were a -11 at one point on the turnover ratio. And now we're killing it. We're causing turnovers. We are 100% bigger. 100. We flipped this 360, man. This is or 180. We flipped this around. Now, one of my hot takes was that beginning of the season on July 4th, I posted it. One of my hot takes when I had I believe it was Yogi on channel was that we would have a top 10 scoring defense. And anybody that doubted me, we're about to reach that threshold, man. And I feel great. And I had a lot of faith in Brian Flores. I didn't think the talent was, I thought he was going to get more out of the limited talent. I didn't expect that, that some of these players like Cam Beasley were going to play so well, man. And he did it. And he's making me look good. Now, I was even wrong. I thought we'd still be like a 20 in yards type defense, but no, man. We're like top 15 in both and getting closer to that top 10. So Brian Flores has got us on the trajectory of a top 10 defense in both scoring and yards. So shout out to that dude. He's our MVP. We're a different team. Now, obviously, Dobbs has won 2 games against the NFC South, which was considered the worst division in football last year. Kirk was 6-2 against the NFC East and AFC East, which were the 2 best teams in the league. And we had one of the worst defenses in the league. Now we got the offensive line, we got the defense, and we got a capable quarterback in Josh Dobbs, who might be even better than we expected. He might be one of those top dudes because he can both run and throw. Now, he's had a lot of clean pockets, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. If we can keep those clean pockets and he can run when he needs to, shit, we're dangerous, man. I was first half. I looked over at a guy and said, this feels like 98 when Cunningham took over for Brad Johnson. This is what this feels like. Now, and that was without a Randy Moss, which would be Justin Jefferson. So it's crazy. What do you guys think in the chat? Justin Jefferson, when he comes back, are we going to take a step forward, or is it going to take a while for him to get in the swing of things with the new quarterback? Because right now he's relying on TJ Hawkinson a hell of a lot. Again, he had more targets than the next 4 receivers combined. So as Justin Jefferson come back, is he going to immediately take that mantle of being our number 1 dude? Obviously, he should be. But Dobbs is relying on the tight end quite a bit. And shout out to TJ Hawkinson for getting open. So what do you guys think? Is JJ just going to make us that? We're going to just leap as a badass team once he comes back? I want to hear what you guys think. Yeah, Cam Beasley, his wife came to the U.S. If you guys don't know about this, I know what it feels like with Cam Beasley. My wife, it took her 14 months to come to the United States. My wife's Panamanian, and it took us 14 months for her to come over here. I think he's got her over here in 4 months. So it helps to have a national televised game to ask for help. and Twitter made it possible, and the senators or there in Minnesota helped make it possible. I wish I had that capability because I had to wait for my wife, who we were married for 14 months to be able to come to the United States. I flew over there 17 times or 7 times. I would fly over there for a weekend. I would get on, this would be me. I'd fly there Friday night, get on a bus, get there in the afternoon on Saturday, stay overnight, and then get on a bus to come back and fly out on Sunday to go to work the next morning because I was out of vacation time. But that's what my life is like. You're visiting my wife while she was out of the country for so long. So I appreciate what he had to go through, and shout out to him. His wife's lovely. He's a sweetheart of a human being too. And I cannot get this camera to focus to save my life. Dang. But yeah, I shout out to him, man. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Hey, that was 13 years ago because for the first year and a half of our marriage, we were apart. Uh, that's probably worst case scenario. SFL. I don't know. I missed something here. I think forward, even if it's because JJ's gonna demand attention, he's gonna help. He's gonna demand attention. You are right. How about no? So it should help, right? That's my hope that we even get better. We are 5-0 without Justin Jefferson right now. We were 1-4, right, with him. That's crazy. That is insane. And it had all to do with the turnovers and our defense not causing them, and our defense playing pretty mediocre to start the year. Things are changed. I think I would consider us one of the elite teams in the NFC right now. Keep in mind, we almost beat the Eagles, right? In 4 turnovers. We almost beat Kansas City with 4 turnovers. The other elite team we did beat. So this is a good team. Could have been a lot sooner if you'd just been safety in the NFL. Come on, Dave. Yeah, if I was balling out the NFL, I could have made my wife come over a lot quicker. But hey, some of you guys got to meet her, I think, at the game. So I think Gary, you got to meet her. Sodak Kid got to see her. I think he was up there. Yeah, a lot of you guys got to meet her. Love is hell of a drug, but it paid off for you, Dave. Hell yeah. And I got a beautiful 7-year-old kid, little Marv, D Marv. His full name is David Marvin Chelsky. I was calling him D Marv for a while. That's my dad's name, Marvin. But yeah, buying him free agent after this year. No, actually, he is 1 more year under contract. So thank God. Thank God. That was the first thing I was looking at when he was killing it, man. I was like, oh my God, this guy better be under contract in 2024. So good news, he is. Oh my God. And luckily, we'll have plenty of money in 2025 to re-sign him. He's taller than I expected. I don't remember him. I guess he's 6 foot. He's not as small as I thought he was. He's faster than I thought he was. Remember, we thought he was a hybrid corner and could play nickel, but this guy is a badass free safety. Just great, amazing. He learned a lot from Harrison Smith and Patrick Peterson last year. He learned a hell of a lot, and the fact that he could retain it and play a lot better without a Harrison Smith in the game is amazing. This guy's playing so much better this year than he was last year. Lovely lady Dave, you way to outkick your coverage, dude. I sailed that through the uprights into the second deck, guys. I outkicked the stadium. That's what I did. That's what I did, man. I outkicked the stadium. I was a lot skinnier when I met her. and she will remind me about it. Here's the green tea, honey. Teams coming together at the right time, dude. The whole country's coming at the right time. I posted today what it feels like to be supporting a quarterback and not have people come after me. I am all over Twitter talking about Josh Dobbs, man. And to have people not attack me is just refreshing. I the way people will come together, it's great. I think it's great. Kirk Cousins was playing at a MVP level. Right now, after missing 2 games, he's still second in the league in touchdowns. That's how good a season he is having. That Patrick and Mahomes and Josh is tied with him, and Kirk's been out 2 games. To be fair, he's played 1 more games than Josh, but he's played 2 more games than Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes is still 1 touchdown away from him. That's how high level our quarterback play has been this year. Is that we got Josh Dobbs now with a average 100 quarterback rating in 2 games, or higher than that, 101. I think he has 108 or something like that game before. We have had good quarterback play with Kirk Cousins and now Josh Dobbs. And shout out to KOC for making it happen, and shout out to that offensive line for making it happen for both quarterbacks. Both guys playing were at, Kirk's hurt, but both are playing amazing. I'm pretty happy about it. I saw that tweet from you today. Oh yeah, you did, dude. I was like machine gunning tweets today. Even though I'm unmonetized on this on YouTube right now until January, I focused my attention to Twitter. And you need to have 5 million views on Twitter to get monetized, and I'm about 200,000 away. And you have to do that in 3 months. So that's why I am tweeting so much. I honestly don't hate. I don't like Twitter all that much because people get really mad. But that's why I'm on there. Gary, I got some grief. I wouldn't say I was crucified, but I did get some grief. Welcome home, Bar. Yep. Welcome home, man. I wish you were Aaron Donald, though. I wish you were Aaron Donald still to this day, but I do like Bar. Yeah, like he muffed a punt, Gary. What? Yeah, Zoe in the house. What's up? In the zone. Yeah. Hey guys, man. In about 5 minutes, I believe the boys will be the GG boys will be on. We talked about a lot today, but before I go, I want to see score predictions. How bad are we gonna beat that Sean Payton ass on Sunday? I want to know, man. I want to know how bad we gonna beat the Denver Broncos and what is it, Mr. Unlimited and Mr. Punchable Sean Payton. I don't hate anybody, but I hate Sean Payton. That whole choke and skull clap crap that he was doing, he's just intolerable. And then he's talking crap about the previous coach, and then Miami laid the wood to him 70-20. That was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. And I want us 70-20. There it is. Let's do it. Let's go to catch 84. Boom. 70-20. I want a skull prediction. Zoe, next thing you do, skull prediction. Gary, skull prediction. Raymond, skull prediction. Let's go. I want score predictions. Damn it. Let's do it. I got 5 minutes. Let's go. Oh, you're killing me. I got 1 score prediction here. Let me give me my score prediction. 30-14. That's it right there. 30-14. Let's go. 30-14. I'm ready. 35-17. Oh yeah, Skull and T-Wiz are 7-2, man. That's insane. I think it's because this last game, right? Or was it the previous game that Big Cat only had 1 foul? That's unheard of. I know he's fouled out like twice already, but if he can play within himself and not think he's Jordan and drive to the basket, This team could be super dangerous. Deadly from outside, right? Big guy, 7-footer, can shoot from the three. That's where he should be, man. That's where he should be, a 3 and D type dude. Although he has low post ability, he tries to drive the ball. He gets a charge, and then he gets pissed off and gets another foul. That's what I couldn't stand about his game. And I was a big guy. I was like, this is the guy we need to draft. I love this dude. We did. And then, so the way he's playing right now, I apologize to him. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. 36-32. You just cannot get out of those one-score games. Dylan, come on, man. It's funny. Kirk's last game, we have a 2-score game finally, and then Dobbs comes in, 2 1-score games. And everybody thinks he's the next the next big thing, right? He's Rocket Man. I did a short Rocket Man. I did on TikTok. I did the same thing. I tried to get it on Twitter, but I did a Rocket Man right stuff video. I'm on the Dobbs train. I'm on the Dobbs sanity, like Lynn Sanity in the NBA. We got Dobbs sanity. Oh yeah, I have number 1 defense, which is crazy because that was the Wolves have been terrible on defense for decades. That's crazy. I love defense, man. Talk to me in January. Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, I got a 29-14 Vikes because Joseph, he gonna miss a PA. Yep, probably. The Dobb Goblin, Spider Beavis. Hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I think this is the first I've seen you. JD Brown 24. Dobbs on ESPN countdown now. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's Dobbs sanity, man. Dobbs sanity. He overtook Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift. See ya. It's Dobbs sanity right now. It's the Dobb Goblin. It's the Pastronaut. It's Rocket Man. Let's go. Let's go. Any more score predictions before we go? All right, guys. Hey, it's been a pleasure. You guys are awesome. Let's go. I didn't run a contest today. I will from now. I will moving forward. We got that Justin Jefferson jersey. I'm debating on what I can do to do more content. It's just that I'm not monetized. I have to make my living outside of YouTube until that happens. So I appreciate you sticking with me. Oh, I'm subscribed, just don't get in much. Hey, appreciate it, Spider Beavis. Hey, just so you know, we're live tomorrow. And that is 6:30 Central. That is Under the Lights with Justin Jefferson or Justin with Justin and Justin Day. And then on GG Sports, I'm on Wednesday, the Skull Experience. Let's go. All right, guys. See you later. Skull Vikings. We're gonna beat that ass. Sean Payton, you're done.